Somebody brought something to my attention and they said, Therese, you're not just going through, but you're growing through, and your life can actually help bless somebody else. Some of us don't realize it's just we having our Moses experience. That meaning leading people to the promised land in our day, in our time. Come into the room, Moses, come into the room. Moses is a person. Moses can be anybody, because of the simple fact we are living in a time where there's so much happening. And see, for a while, because I was going through something, I didn't want to talk. I might be going through something, but I'm growing through it. So the thing is, why you? Why you gotta be in pain? Why you gotta lose a loved one? Why you gotta walk away from your job? Why you gotta step out on faith? Why you gotta endure something in this season of your life? And why doesn't it feel good? Because if it felt good, you wouldn't grow. Right now, when you growing through something, you should be testifying, because people need to see what you're going through, because we are living in a day where people done lost faith. People done lost hope. People have forgotten who they were. For a long time, I didn't even love myself. It was the pain. It was the trauma. It was all of these things that I had to face, and I didn't know how to tell anybody. When you have this mindset, sometimes you can't get the words out verbally, so you act it out in a different way. But as I stand here today as this woman of God, this vessel, this earthly vessel, say that I'm growing through my pain. I'm growing through my heartache. I'm growing through the loss of my father. I'm growing, and it feels so good to be free. Because how do you know I'm free? Because I'm losing the weight. The weight wasn't so much the food. The weight was the baggage that I carried. I picked up my cross and I carry it. So you might be in a situation and you like, how can I make it? How can I come through this? Love and embrace you. Accept the real you. You don't have to be like everybody else no more. So we looking for something, but it's already here. But you gotta stand bold, be strong, and trust the gift that's inside of you. Because we all got a purpose. We all can spread love. We all can bring forth a change. We just have to know our name, know who we are, fight for what's right, and believe in the change. Today, I'm standing and I'm trusting and I'm growing through so I can help somebody else. So look at your life. Everything you go through, everything you grow through, everything you experience, it's not for you to just hold on to it no more. God gave you the vision. He gonna give you the provision. Don't be afraid to be who you were called to be. Start allowing your life to be the example. Allow your light to shine in dark places. You never know how you changing somebody's life just by being yourself. So today is the day I stand healed, set free. And I didn't see it, I didn't understand it. Because so many times we look at the Bible and we read the Bible, but we got to relate to now too. So are you a leader? If so, the people will follow. If God called you to teach, you teach. If you supposed to speak, you better speak. Whatever it is that's in you, it's going to come out. But you have to say, I'm walking by faith. I'm walking. I'm trusting in who I am. And I'm going to tell my story.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. To God be the glory. I want to thank God for life. I want to thank God for joy, peace, hope, my healing, deliverance, and everything that I need and so much more. Before we get started, I am your host with the most, T. Nicole, coming straight out of Pontiac, Michigan. Not only that, I want you guys to do me a favor and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram channel at Driven by Purpose. That is PURPOS 3. Again, that is Driven by Purpose, PURPOS 3. And we're going to dive right into it because today is Thursday, Transformational Thursday. So you're going to transform with me, Coach T. Nicole. So I want to talk about renewing the mindset. Why is this so important? Why must we renew our mindset? Because if you continuously think the same old way, you're going to get the same exact results that you've been getting all of your life. When you grow up, or in your process of growing, like you learn things when you are a child. So when you get to adolescence, so when you grow a little older, you start thinking and growing and saying, okay, well, I can't do the same things I used to do when I was 5 years old. So I'm going to have to move and I'm going to have to think differently. And I'm going to have to really dig down to find the new results or get the results that I'm looking for at that age. So now that we are adults, we can no longer continue to think the same way we used to think when we was a child, when we was an adolescent, even when we was a young adult. We can no longer think that way. We have to say, you know what, no matter what I have experienced, it was just a part of the journey. It was a part of what I needed in that moment, so I can no longer think the same way. So like me, I can talk about me because I'm going through a transition. Like I'm actually transforming from some things. So I really like to refer a lot of things when I talk about my life. So it's like this. For so long, I like to eat certain foods. Not only that, I used to have bad eating habits. So the thing was, it wasn't that I always overeat. It was what I ate. So, for example, I didn't always eat green leaves. It was like I didn't eat a lot of that. I didn't eat a lot of vegetables. I didn't eat a lot of fruit. And so the thing was, I ate candy. I ate chips. I drank pop. And so, guess what happened? I gained the weight. So even the, hey, my beautiful sister, how are you? So the thing is, I gained all of that weight because that was my comfort food. So if that was my comfort food and now I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, what do I have to do? I had to change my eating habits because of the simple fact I no longer was comfortable. I didn't want to be comfortable. I was tired of living life the same exact way, getting the same results. So, what did I have to do? I had to start eating differently. So, in order for me to start eating differently, I had to realize that I had a problem. I had to say, Therese, you have a problem because every time you get in a bind, every time you going through something, or every time you're overthinking, what do? You revert and you go to a food that made you comfortable. You go to a food that made you gain weight. You went to a food that made you feel like, oh, I am safe and it is okay to continue to eat this way. So what happened as the years went on? I gained weight. Not only did I gain weight, I started losing myself. I stopped believing in who I was. And then I did what? I beat myself up. And I, for a long time, like I would go to the gym and work out, but I still would eat the same way. And so what happened? I kept the weight on. And sometimes I would lose the weight thinking like if I just go work out and still eat bad, what would happen? I would be okay. But no, I wasn't okay. I was doing more damage than I was doing good because I did not change my mindset. Even though I started working out, even though I was eating, but I was eating bad. And then I had thought that if I work out, still ate the same way, I would lose the weight and I would be okay. And then I started doing all these different diets, but I still had the same mindset. So no matter what diet I did, what new lifestyle I did, I still got the results that I that I wanted, because I realized that I had the power to create the lifestyle that I wanted. I had the power to get rid of the things that I wanted, but I did not believe that because my mindset was still stuck on my former because of everything that happened to me. So you got to realize something. When you have experienced something traumatic all of your life, and then you never got the type of healing that you actually needed, you're going to stay stuck. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to rewind that. If you ever experience trauma in any capacity and you never received your healing, guess what? You're going to stay stuck in that mindset. You're going to say, you know what? No matter if I go work out today, I'm still going to be fat, or I'm still going to be okay, because you are comfortable. Because you're saying, you know what, if I don't work out, or if I go work out, I'm not going to get the results. I'm not going to see the results. But you know why? You won't see the results. You know why you won't get the results? It's because your mindset has never changed. So in order for anything to take place in your life, you have to say, I have to change my mindset. I have to do things a lot smarter. I have to do things a lot different, because now I want new results. I don't want to just transform on the outside. I have to change and transform on the inside, because what I realize is, like, we be trying to wrestle people. We be trying to fight with people. But if it starts here, it's this mind. I can't wrestle with nobody, because listen, you might have a trainer, you might have a coach, you might have somebody that's saying you can do it. You got to believe. But if your mind is not set on achieving the goal, if your mindset says, I can't do this, you're going to do it. But you're not going to be able to do it, because your mindset's telling you, no, I can't do it. No, I shouldn't do it. No, what if this? What if that? Can I tell y'all, this mind is a battlefield. This mind will have you gone, and it'll make you miss your purpose. It'll make you miss your destiny. It will make you miss things because you overthought it. Not only did you overthink it, you allowed yourself to get lost in your mind instead of saying, hey, Michelle, I love you, my beautiful sister. So instead of saying, you know what, I got the power to renew this mind. I have to think on things differently. I have to look at things differently and say, I can create the change by doing things new, by doing things differently, by hiring a life coach, by hiring a therapist, by hiring somebody that's going to get to the root of the problem. Because guess what? They're going to drive you to find out what it is. Not so much do the work for you, but they're going to say, come on, let's have this conversation. Let's sit down, because you keep repeating the cycles. You keep going through the changes and going through the motions, but you haven't healed. So how can we find this healing? How can we make things right for you? Because you are looking for something new. You deserve something new. But you have to say, today, in my mind, I'm going to be changed, and really seek for that change. But it starts with who? You. So I want to take y'all on a little journey, because of the simple fact, like, today, here it is, 2021. And I'm expecting something new to take place in my life. And so the thing is, I had to realize something. I have to do the things that make me happy, because I know what it looks like to be going through different things. Because I want to go back to this mindset, because this is all a part of what, like, you're being happy. So being in a state of happiness, and not in a state of lack, or a state of like, I can't do this, but instead being in a state when you're happy, being in a state when you feel like you got everything. And it doesn't matter if you don't have everything financially. It doesn't matter if you don't have everything spiritually. It doesn't matter if you don't have everything mentally, but just saying, you know what, I can change my thoughts. I can change and put it out in the atmosphere as if I already have it, because the power that I have, I can really create something in me. I can create something into my life. I can manifest it because I thought it. Because if I think negative, what's going to happen? Negative things are going to come. I'm a witness. So if I think negative, like I can't overcome, I can't be healed, I can't have a husband, I can't have a wife, I can't have children, I can't do this, I can't do that. If I think that, and I'm not just saying me, but if you think that, like, I can't, what if, should I, did I, how do I, like, just thinking all day and thinking negative, like thinking negative, because I have somebody too that I work with, all they do is think negative. And I'm like, we got to change that, because instead of saying what you can't have, what you don't deserve, change it. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to lose the weight. I am healed. I am whole. I am an overcomer. I can do any and everything that I put my mind and my heart to, because I know that I am capable and I am able. That's what you have to say to yourself. That's what you have to believe. So, as a believer, a woman of faith, that simply means that I believe that any and everything is possible. So I have to change the way I think. And the funny thing is, I used to think all the time negative. And sometimes I got to be transparent with you. I got to be honest, because I learned I'm walking in my truth. I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything, but I do know this one thing for certain. Like, I don't always make the right decisions. I don't always make the right choices. I try to, but sometimes I don't. So I'm looking like this. I can't beat myself up, but I can continue to think positive, because if I'm thinking positive, I honestly believe that some positivity will come my way. I honestly believe that I can bring forth a change, because I changed the way I think. I changed because I know the power of my thoughts. I'm going to be honest. I remember a time in my life when I was experiencing a health scare. And can I tell you, I put myself, my body in a shock. Did you hear what I just said? When I was experiencing a health scare, I put my body in a shock. I put it in a state of shock. How did I do that? Because of the simple fact, I was thinking about what happened to my father. And what I mean by that, my father was in the hospital. He was on the life support, and he was not able to talk for a whole 2 weeks. He had coded twice. He had coded. And the thing was, I remembered that. And that came to my mind. That was the first thing that came to my mind. And so automatically, I took ownership of that. Did you hear me? Sometimes something happens to us and we automatically put it and claim hold to it. We say, this is going to happen to us. This is us. Because of the simple fact we were there and we experienced the traumatic thing that happened. So when I saw my father in the hospital, when I heard that my father coded because I knew his room number, what did that do to me? That put me in a place, because I didn't realize I still was carrying on to that. I still was thinking about that when he passed away, because we unfortunately lost him. But the thing was, I remember when he was sick. I remember when he was on his bed of affliction. And I automatically, because I had a health scare, I put myself in that place. I really put my mind and my body there, because I thought it was going to happen to me because of a health scare. And not only that, it was because the quarantine was taking place. Automatically, I was like, I'm going to be in this hospital all the time by myself, because I'm sick, because that's what they told me. But I'm going to tell you like this, that wasn't nothing but the enemy. The enemy had played a trick on my mind that put me in a state of shock. So guess what? For the last couple months, I had to fight my way up out of this. I had to change my mindset. I had to renew my mindset, because I realized that how powerful my mind really was in that moment. Because I told you that I put myself in a state of shock. How can I tell you that? Because I knew what I had did. That's how powerful that we are. We do this. A lot of the times we put ourselves in a state of shock. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Cheryl. The thing is, you have to be mindful of what you do. You have to be mindful of what you think. You have to say, you know what? I got the power, so I'm not going to think negative. When them negative thoughts come, say, you know what? Not today. God, this is who I relate to. So I always say, God, change my heart, change my mind. I am not sick, but I'm healed. So I have the power to speak that to myself. And guess what? I start believing. I'm always, when that mind gets to going, because it goes, even though I'm a woman of faith, don't think I don't have those days when my mind is going, when my mind is hurting, my mind is telling me I'm sick, my mind is telling me all these different things, because my mind job is to do whatever it is, because that's what I'm thinking. But I gotta stop. I got to change that negative thinking, like I have the power to change it. So when that negative thought comes, I am healed. I am loved. I am blessed. I am an overcomer. I am walking in my purpose. Even when the enemy comes to steal my mind, steal my thoughts, to control me, because when things happen, I'm going to be honest, when things happen, when you see your loved one lose their life, when you are experiencing lack, when a health scare come your way, when all of these things come at you. That's why a lot of people go in a state of depression, because so much is coming at you. When they diagnose you with bipolar, schizophrenia, and all these other things, stop and ask yourself, how did I end here? I mean, how did I get here? We all got to do that. And I know when we are in that state where we uncomfortable, when we're in that state, when we're sick, when we've been diagnosed with everything, when everything has came up against you, you have to hold on. You have to say, how did I get here? You have to muster up that faith. You have to find your strength, because all along you already been going through all your life, but here you are in this state, in this place where it's uncomfortable, and you feel like hope is lost. And not only do you feel like that, but everything is piling up on you. Go back to the old way. You got to say, how? Remember what grandma did. Remember what the elders did. Remember that time when you lost your loved one. Remember that time when you lost your job. Remember that time. This is just a new challenge that done arose in your life, but don't you throw in the towel. Say, you know what? Today I'm an overcomer. Today I'm walking in authority, and I am walking in my power, and I am trusting, even though it don't look good, even though I'm in a place where they done said I done went crazy. Baby, let me tell you, as I speak this, I want to speak to anybody. I know this is Transformational Thursday, and I'm not a minister. I have never been ordained a minister, but I thank God for the gift. I thank God for allowing me to be here in this moment, because no matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, you can be healed, you can be delivered, and you can be changed. But you have to believe it in your heart. You have to believe it in your mind. You have to say, today I am walking in my authority, even though I have been counted out, even though I know I have pain in my body, even though it don't look good, even though the bills are due. I want to say, God, I trust you with my life. I trust you with my finances. Start speaking the words of faith. Start saying, today I am overcoming my obstacles. Baby, when I tell you, I just started working with a young man, my brother, his name is Ray Mail, for those that are in the group. Oh my God. At first, I wasn't doing the affirmations, but baby, what I'm grateful for every single solitary day, I'm grateful for love. I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for certain people in my life, these people that I name out, because my sister, Michelle, she inspired me to do that. And so the thing is, as I'm writing, I'm starting to believe exactly what I'm writing. So even though I done got a report. Even though some things are not lining up the way that I want them to, they are going to line up eventually. So that's why I had to write it out. That's why I'm saying what I'm grateful for. That's why I'm like, I'm going to show up each and every day, even if the words don't come out right. Even if something don't go as I planned it, God will always bring it around because I'm learning to change this mindset. And it's all what I was trying to get the message out about today, because it's according to your faith. It's according to what you believe, not what Therese believed for you. I can tell you all day long, you can be healed. I can tell you all day long, you're going to be able to pay your bills. I can tell you all day long, you will not lack for anything. But it's according to what you believe. It's according to our faith. Anything and everything we desire can happen for us. Can I tell you, lately, well, today, I've been working on something. And when I tell you, it brings me joy because I didn't know I could do it. But it's all about renewing your mindset. It's all about saying, you know what, even though I ain't never did it before, I'm gonna give it a try, because I asked God for some things to happen in my life. So he like, Therese, change your mindset. I'm going to tell you something. I wrestle with this mindset every day, but I press, because as my shirt says, I don't know if you can see it, it says driven. I am driven by purpose. So the thing is, I want my breakthrough to happen. I want miracles and signs and wonders to happen in my community. I want miracle signs and wonders to happen right here in this group. I want miracle signs and wonders to happen just wherever I go. I've been asking God and I've been saying something because I want it to happen. That's just how powerful our mind is. So when you start changing your mind, when you start renewing your mind, when you start believing in your mind, when you say, you know what, when things come up against me in this mind, I'm going to cancel it out because I don't believe what the world or the enemies try to say negative about me. But if you are speaking life to me, if you are believing in me, if you are touching and agreeing with me and we make it change together, let's make it happen. Because any and everything is possible when you believe. So I want to leave you guys with this today. No matter what you're going through, no matter what the diagnosis was, no matter where you are in your life, keep believing in whatever God has promised you, whatever God has told you. And the thing is, sometimes we be looking for answers on the outside. In your prayers, you might even see a sign. Pay attention to the signs. That's why I said miracle signs and wonders. You might even see it. He might even speak to you through a friend. He might even speak to you in your dream. He might even speak to you through a song. But the thing is, hold on to your faith. Keep trusting and believing and know that your mind can be healed. Keep trusting and believing that it is already getting better. Keep trusting and knowing that, guess what? Everything is going to be all right for you. Just know that. I am T. Nicole, and I thank God for each and every one of you. And so today, as I sit here and before I leave, I am always renewing this mindset. I am not perfect by far, but I know that my mind can be changed, my mind can be renewed, and that I have the power to change it. I have the power to make things happen when I believe. So I am speaking life to you. You can do any and everything you put your mind to. And know that no matter where you've been in your life, what you're going through in your life, it will get better for you. But you got to believe. Not me, but you. So look at yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself how amazing you are, how dope you are, and what you can do, and where you're going to go. Write those affirmations. Write what you are grateful for. Can I tell you something? When I was younger, I always said I was going to write a book. Didn't know I could do it. Never had the will to really do it. But since February, when I was going through my sickness that I put myself in, I trust God for everything. So be encouraged, my sisters and brothers. Keep going, keep growing, and know that it's going to get better for you. I am Coach Tina Cole. Take care. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Driven by Purpose, PURPOS3. And if you have not done so, get your copy of Breakthrough Awaits. This is my first empowerment journal for women, but men can get it too. I'm sorry you can't really see it because of the light. Now you can't really see me, but Breakthrough Awaits, Tina Cole. Go to my page. Go to my website, www.ThereseTeasley. Get your copy of the book. Take care, and we're going to leave with this right here. Somebody brought something to my attention, and they said, Therese, you're not just going through, but you're growing through, and your life can actually help bless somebody else. Some of us don't realize it's just we having our Moses experience. That means leading people to the promised land in our day, in our time. Come into the room, Moses, come into the room. Moses is a person. Moses can be anybody because of the simple fact we are living in a time where there's so much happening. And see, for a while, because I was going through something, I didn't want to talk. I might be going through something, but I'm growing through it. So the thing is, why you? Why you gotta be in pain? Why you gotta lose a loved one? Why you gotta walk away from your job? Why you gotta step out on faith? Why you gotta endure something in this season of your life? And why doesn't it feel good? Because if it felt good, you wouldn't grow. Right now, when you growing through something, you should be testifying, because people need to see what you're going through, because we are living in a day where people done lost faith. People done lost hope. People have forgotten who they were. For a long time, I didn't even love myself. It was the pain. It was the trauma. It was all of these things that I had to face, and I didn't know how to tell anybody. When you have this mindset, sometimes you can't get the words out verbally, so you act it out in a different way. But as I stand here today as this woman of God, this vessel, this earthly vessel, say that I'm growing through my pain. I'm growing through my heartache. I'm growing through the loss of my father. I'm growing, and it feels so good to be free. Because how do you know I'm free? Because I'm losing the weight. The weight wasn't so much the food. The weight was the baggage that I carried. I picked up my cross and I carry it. So you might be in a situation and you like, how can I make it? How can I come through this? Love and embrace you. Accept the real you. You don't have to be like everybody else no more. So we looking for something, but it's already here. But you gotta stand bold, be strong, and trust the gift that's inside of you. Because we all got a purpose. We all can spread love. We all can bring forth a change. We just have to know our name, know who we are, fight for what's right, and believe in the change. Today, I'm standing and I'm trusting and I'm growing through so I can help somebody else. So look at your life. Everything you go through, everything you grow through, everything you experience, it's not for you to just hold on to it no more. God gave you the vision. He gonna give you the provision. Don't be afraid to be who you were called to be. Start allowing your life to be the example. Allow your light to shine in dark places. You never know how you changing somebody's life just by being yourself.
So today is the day I stand healed, set free. And I didn't see it. I didn't understand it. Because so many times we look at the Bible and we read the Bible, but we got to relate to now too. So are you a leader? If so, the people will follow. If God called you to teach, you teach. If you supposed to speak, you better speak. Whatever it is that's in you, it's going to come out. But you have to say, I'm walking by faith. I'm walking. I'm trusting in who I am. And I'm going to tell my story.